They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughing.
Those in extremity of either are abominable fellows, and betray themselves to every modern censure, worse than drunkards.
Why, 'tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why then 'tis good to be a post.
I have neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musician's, which is fantastical, nor the soldier's, which is ambitious. But it is a melancholy entirely mine own, abstracted from many objects, and indeed the sundry contemplation of my travels.
A traveler. Ah, by my faith, you have a great reason to be sad. Why then to have seen much and have nothing is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Yes, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I'd rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay, God be with you when you speak in blank verse.
Farewell, missule traveler. Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You, a lover.
My fair Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love.
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Nay, and you be so tardy, come no more in my sight. I had as lief be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail.
Aye, of a snail. For though he goes slowly, he brings his house on his head. Besides, he brings his destiny with him.
What's that?
Why, horns, with such as you are fain to be beholding to your wife's form.
Virtue is no horn maker, and my Rosalind is virtue.
And I am your Rosalind.
It pleases him to call you so, but he hath a Rosalind of better leer than you.
But come, woo me. Woo me. For now I am in a holiday humor and like well enough to consent. Tell me, what would you say to me, and I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I.
Oh, nay! You had better speak first. And then, when you were graveled for lack of matter, you may take occasion to kiss.
How if the kiss be denied?
Then, and there begins new matters.
Who could be out being before his beloved mistress?
Marry, that should you. If I were your mistress, or I should think my honesty ranker than my wit.
What, of my suit?
Not out of your apparel, and yet out of your suit. And not I, your Rosalind.
I take some joy to say you are, because I would be talking of her.
Well, then in her person, I will say, I will not have you.
And in mine own person, I die.
Oh, Orlando. The poor world is almost 6,000 years old. And in all this time, there was never a man died in a love cause. Torrens had his brains dashed out with a Grecian club, and he did what he could desire for. And he was one of the patterns of love. But this is all lies. Men have died from time to time, and worms have eaten them, but not for love.
I would not have my right Rosalind of this mind, for I protest her frown might kill me.
By this hand it will not kill a fly. But come, now I will be your Rosalind. And a more coming on disposition. Ask me what you will, I will grant it.
Then, love me, Rosalind.
I will Fridays and Saturdays and all.
And wilt thou have me?
And 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Are you sounds good?
I hope so.
Why then can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister. You shall be the priest and marry us. Give me your hand, Orlando. What do you say, sister?
Pray thee marry us.
I cannot say these words.
Will you, Orlando?
You too. Will you, Orlando, have to wife this Rosalind?
I will.
Why, but when?
Why now? As fast as she can marry us.
You must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Orlando.
for my husband.
Tell me, how long will you have her after you possess her?
Forever and a day.
Say a day without the other. Orlando, men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they be maids, but the sky changes when we are wives. I will be more giddy and jealous in my desires than a monkey. I will weep for nothing, and I will do it when you are disposed to be merry.
But will my Rosalind do so?
By my life, she will do as I do,
Oh, but she is wise.
or else she could not have the wit to do this. The wiser, the waywarder.
A man that had a wife with such a wig, he might say, wig with a will.
Aye, you may take that check for it till you take your wife's wit.
Going to your neighbor's bed.
And what wit could wit have to excuse that?
Mary, to say she came to seek you there. You shall never take her without her answer, unless you take her without her tongue. Oh, that woman that cannot make her fault her husband's occasion. May she never nurse her child herself, for she will breed them like fools.
For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I'll leave thee.
Alas, my love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the Duke at dinner, but by 2 o'clock I will be with thee again.
Go your ways. Go your ways. I knew what you would prove. My friends told me as much, and I thought no less. That flattering tongue of yours won me. 'Tis one thrust away, and so come death. 2 o'clock is your hour.
Aye, sweet Rosalind.
By my troth, if you break one jot of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you a most hollow lover, unworthy of her you call Rosalind. Therefore, beware my censure, and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind.
So, adieu! Adieu!
You have simply misused our sex in your love.
Oh my cuz. Oh cuz, that thou didst know how many fathoms deep I am in love. But it cannot be sounded. My affections hath an unknown bottom, like the Bay of Portugal.
Or rather bottomless, for as fast as you put affection in, it runs out.
I tell thee,
Alina.
I cannot be out of sight of Orlando. I shall find his shadow and sigh till he come.
And I'll sleep. Oh, but look who comes here.
My errand is to you, fair youth.
My gentle Phoebe did need you. This? Oh. I know not the contents, but as I can guess by the stern brow and waspish action which she did use as she was writing of it, it bears an angry tenor.
She says I am not fair. And that I lack manners. She calls me proud, and that she could never love me were men as rare as phoenixes. But why does she write this to me? Well, Shepherd, well, this is a letter of your device.
No, I protest. I know not the contents. Phoebe did write.
I tell you, she did never write this letter. This is a man's invention in his hand.
Sure, it is hers.
Why, 'tis a boisterous and cruel style, a style for challengers. Will you hear the letter?
So please you, for I have not heard it yet, and heard too much of Phoebe's cruelty.
She Phoebes me. Mark you how the tyrant writes. Art thou God to shepherd turned, that a maiden heart has burned? Can a woman rail thus?
Colyus, really? Why, thy God had laid apart, warrest thou with a woman's heart. Did you ever hear such railing? While you chide me, I did love. How then might your prayers move? He that brings his love to thee, little knows this love in me.
Colyus has chiding?
Alas, poor shepherd.
Do you pity him? No, he deserves no pity. Will you love such a woman? To make me an instrument and to lay false strings upon me? Say this to her. If she love me, I charge her to love thee. If she will not, I will never have her, unless thou entreat for her. Hence, and not a word. Here comes my company.
Good morrow, fair ones. I pray you, that an eye may profit by a tongue, then should I know you by description. Such garments and such years. The boy is fair, of female favor, the woman low and rounder than her brother. Orlando doth commend him to you both, and to that youth he calls Rosalind, he sends this bloody napkin. Are you?
I am. What must we understand by this?
Some of my shame, and how and why this handkerchief was stained.
I pray you, tell it.
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he made a promise to return within the hour, and pacing about the forest, marked what object did present itself. Under an old oak, a wretched, ragged man lay sleeping on his back. About his neck, a green and gilded snake had wreathed itself, who with her head nimble in threats did approach the opening of his mouth. But suddenly, seeing Orlando, it did unlink itself and slip into a bush, under which bush's shade, a lioness. This seen Orlando did approach the man and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, I have heard him speak of that same brother, and he did render him most unnatural that lived amongst men.
Well, he might so do, for well I know he was unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him there?
Twice did he turn his back in purpose so, but kindness, nobler ever than revenge, made him give battle to the lioness, who quickly fell before him, in which hurtling from miserable slumber I awaked.
Are you his brother?
'Twas I, but 'tis not I. I shame not to tell you what I was, since my conversion so sweetly tastes being the thing that I am.
But of the bloody napkin.
By and by, in brief, he led me to the gentle Duke, who gave me fresh array and entertainment, committing me into my brother's love, who led me instantly into his cave. There he stripped, and here upon his arm the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all this while had bled. And now he fainted and cried in fainting upon Rosalind. He sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story, that you might excuse his broken promise, and to give this napkin dyed in his blood to that shepherd youth he in sport doth call his Rosalind. Many will swoon when they do look on blood. There is more in it. Be of good cheer, youth. You a man, you lack a man's heart.
So I do, I confess it. Oh, a body would think that was well counterfeited.
This was not counterfeit. There is too great a testimony in thy complexion that this was a passion of earnest.
Counterfeit, I assure you.
Well then, take good heart and counterfeit to be a man.
That I do.
Pray you, John Homewards. Good sir.